Divest now, a revolutionary demand. Why have student encampments for Palestine ignited such an uproar of brutal repression, vicious police attacks, mass arrests, overwhelming condemnation in the corporate media? An article by Workers' World. Let's check it out. The demand to divest, raised at almost every encampment, exposes the insidious inroads of the military-industrial complex into the heart of almost all higher education institutions in the U.S. today. The demand to divest has revolutionary implications. Divestment is not just a threat to university boards, administrators, and their alumni funders. It is a threat to the established capitalist order. It is a demand to break with the corporations engaged in looting the world. Hundreds of billions of dollars, perhaps trillions, are at stake. The demand to divest is universally embraced by Palestine supporters, especially in U.S. campus actions. It flows naturally from months of horror, watching massive levels of destruction on densely populated civilian centers in Palestine, and learning that institutions where students, staff, community, and union funds are directly involved are funding these massive war crimes. Groups of students gathered around small camping tents on campus lawns and school plazas hardly appear threatening. If the gatherings were for music or sports, they would largely go unnoticed. However, the Gaza solidarity encampments have raised the level of confrontation a step beyond mass demonstrations. The demand to divest and disclose the investments are a direct challenge to the capitalist system. The entire established political order acts like it is under attack. It is. Students are ripping off the sinister corporate mask. State repression squelches free speech. Long-established rights of free speech and freedom of assembly are being overwhelmed in tear gas and pepper spray. Elected officials at the city, state, and federal level, Democrats and Republicans alike, and police agencies at every level have acted in unison to shut down the Gaza solidarity encampments across the U.S. and now globally. Students are being summarily suspended, expelled from campus, housing, fired from academic jobs, their scholarships canceled. In desperate efforts to shut down debate and silence the demands, universities are moving classes entirely online. Skipping ahead, Department of Defense dominates STEM studies. Far exceeding the accumulated endowments are funds directly pumped into universities by the Department of Defense. These research and development grants dominate the budget of entire departments, especially in STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics fields. The threat to withdraw government funding is all-powerful. The majority of science research projects are dependent on the Pentagon's earmarked funding. Solving planetary problems of food, health, and climate are not on the Pentagon's agenda. Its focus is on research and development of deadly high-tech weapons. A clear demand has arisen out of the living struggle that is embraced by millions who are in motion, who have learned the bitter truth that is decades of U.S. political support, infusions of weapons, and massive funding that is responsible for the Zionist war machine. This one word, divest, challenges and exposes the whole corrupt edifice of collaboration with Zionism and with expanding U.S. wars around the globe. The students, faculty, staff, and their supporters are courageously raising a revolutionary demand that challenges the whole underpinning of education in the U.S. today. What is at stake? The billionaire Alex Karp, CEO of Planeteer, a CIA-backed surveillance and data mining tech company tied to U.S. intelligence cartels and to Israel, summed up the debate from the viewpoint of the U.S. ruling class. We think these things that are happening across college campuses are a sideshow. No, they are the show. If we lose the intellectual debate, you will not be able to deploy an army in the West ever. Said by Planet Tur, however you pronounce that, on Twitter, May 8th. Disclose, divest, we will not stop, we will not rest. To read that article in its entirety or to see more like it, please follow Workers' World Party on Twitter at Workers' World. Workers' World Party is a revolutionary socialist organization that fights oppression across the U.S. and opposes imperialism around the world. Join us. You can follow them, check them out at workers.org. Solidarity, comrades.